podcast is part of the Pod Syndicate family. For more criminally compelling shows, articles, and conversations, head to wearepodsyndicate.com.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to episode 415 of Film Bastards. My name is Ian Loring. As always, I'm joined by these fucking pricks.
Becky Foster, hello everyone.
Matt Foster, hello everybody.
Right, so we just recorded the last part of our Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn marathon, Bastards Get Sparkly, on the Patreon. And then I got railroaded, I tells ya.
You suggested it.
I didn't just suggest it for the patrons.
Well, that's how I took it. So.
Well, I weirdly didn't put up too much of a fight for some fucking reason. So the next Patreon franchise will be Ian gets really uncomfortable watching body horror and pervy sex combine, the Hellraiser films.
It's like if you could design films that would make Ian uncomfortable.
It's amazing. I'm so excited.
Well, apparently there's 10 of them. We're going to do 2 a week. $2 a month, patreon.com/film bastards.
If you want to hear Ian be really uncomfortable.
I suggested watching the Hellraiser films because I just thought I'm probably going to tap out after 2 or 3 and there's no shame in that. But no. Right. It's fine. Anyway, it's fine. I'm just going to keep on telling myself that. It's fine.
It's fine.
Going to have to watch them with some beers.
Yes.
And it's going to be fine. I remember the first one being a good film.
Yes.
Yes.
You know,
The
so
effects are amazing as well. The practical effects are great.
There you go. You know, so yeah.
Keep telling yourself it's only a movie.
I just like I don't like. I don't know. Like I don't like what like people jerk off to like torture where people are getting their fucking skin flayed or something, or those people getting their skin flayed are fucking jerking off while someone throws CDs at someone's head.
I mean, you'll come out the other end of this a completely different manner. And
I don't think I will.
different tastes and wants.
I don't think
Chains
so.
involved.
Nah, mate. Nah. Right. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. It's really just put me in a fucking weird place, this. I don't... Right. Coming up on this week's show, I wanted to carry on with Fincher Club, you know. Like, it's fine.
I feel like the urgency has gone with Fincher Club, though, because we were doing it to get them all in
tie in with Bank.
I feel like it could be quite nice if we start that again in November, and then after we've done that Hellraisers, and end up doing the last one on the 1 year anniversary of when Bank came out.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. We can work something out there. I like that. Okay. That's perked me up. Right. Okay. So coming up on this week's show, we're going to be talking about weirdly kind of like quiet big release week, even though it's still 2 weeks before Bond. Well, it was last week. It's only 7 days till Bond now. In exactly a week's time, I will be fucking watching No Time to Die. Jesus Christ. But for now, we are going to be talking about Sion Sono's English language debut, the Nic Cage starring Prisoners of the Ghostland, and the Karen Gillan actioner, which was getting a fair amount of buzz when the trailer came out. But we'll see how the film is. Gunpowder Milkshake. And we've also got our retro review of, more pervy shit with David Lynch's Lost Highway. It's all right. And it's got the mystery man who's fucking terrifying. We'll also do the results of the Patron poll later on in the show that I have not seen yet. I've purposely kept myself hidden away from that. And we all have to decide a Patron film to cover in the show the week after next. So we got lots to get on with. Already mentioned patreon.com/film bastards. Mark and I recorded commentary for Casino Royale. Had a good time recording that. That was fun. Finer fuckingly, that's right. And by the time that this comes out, the Quantum of Solace show will be out as well. And then in the lead up to No Time to Die, over the next few days as you listen to this, there'll be Spectre and Skyfall as well. So a lot of stuff for the patrons. And I might do some sort of solo patron series to wash the Hellraiser taste out of my mouth as well, but we'll see. So we are podsyndicate.com for other like-minded fine feathered friends such as Chinstroker vs. Punter, Entertainment Landfill, The Iron Sequel, His Film, Her Movie, The Rewatch Project. And I think that's that. Kick off the news by saying it was announced today that director Roger Michell sadly died, director of Notting Hill, but also director of the film adaptation of my favourite book ever, Enduring Love. So I was very saddened to hear of that. His latest film, The Duke, has been postponed and is due out next year. And sadly, he's not going to be around to see the release of it, which is a crying shame.
It is, yeah, especially as it's the early word is it's very, very good.
Yeah. So yeah, Roger Michell, 65, I think. No, 64, I think he was, and that's kind of no age these days, is it? So
no, not really.
65. He was 65. He was just about 65. Yeah, that was sad. He also directed Morning Glory, which is really fun.
Yeah, it's a really good movie, Morning Glory.
Yeah, really underseen bit of work as well. So yeah. Anyway, very sad. In terms of other news, I'm sure there has been some stuff, but
it's been a fairly quiet week. There's probably something like massive that we're completely missing. That we're forgetting about.
I just feel like there is, but I'm not finding it if there is.
Yeah. Not sure if there's anything actually major gone on this week.
No.
There's something really exciting happening tomorrow.
Oh, what?
The new Mike Flanagan TV show starts. Well, I say.
Midnight Mass.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's going to be a night of binging.
I will be trying out the Foundation, the Apple TV show, and we'll leave TV there. Strictly's back.
Christ. So you'll watch that shit, but you won't watch a TV show that's getting really great reviews from a director that you really like, but you'll watch fucking Strictly.
Yeah, because I like Strictly because it brings me joy.
Okay.
Why'd you hate joy, Becky?
I mean, Strictly wouldn't bring me joy.
But it brings Ian joy.
That's fine.
Why'd you hate joy?
I don't hate joy. Midnight Mass will bring me joy.
There you go then.
Emma Thompson's husband, I think, is going to get to the final or win it. Because
is he literally in it because he's Emma Thompson's husband?
I mean, he is an actor, but also he's a fucking thirst trap for the older ladies, I tell you what. Good looking dude. And he's got some moves as well. So there you go. Greg Wise. That's who...
I didn't even know that he was Emma Thompson's husband.
I don't even know who he is.
He's an actor of medium note.
That's probably fair. I'm
not commenting on his acting ability there. I'm just saying it's not like he's a household name or anything like that.
But no, I mean, to be fair, neither of us really quite understood the impact of Tobias Menzies, who plays Judi Dench's assistant in Casino Royale. In the commentary, I'm just constantly going, "Where's the other guy?" And then that night, he won a fucking Emmy.
I'm not saying that we had some influence on that, but we did remind the world about him in that.
Yes, quite.
He's made a decent career out for himself, and then won a fucking Emmy.
Oh, he was Prince Philip in The Crown. Oh, fair play then. Then he wins a fucking Emmy for that night. Brilliant.
I mean, it's an Emmy.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Isn't it the film Grammys?
I mean, it's nice to win things.
That's fine, and I will never win one, so he's doing better than me on that one.
But he did have to be in The Crown.
He did have to be in The Crown.
Which is just royalist propaganda.
Yes.
Okay. That's enough TV. Fucking Becky and her TV. Right. One thing that I did find really interesting this week. So Netflix have basically bought the rights to the Roald Dahl estate.
Yeah.
And they can basically make whatever they want. Just as Warner Brothers are going to start filming a Willy Wonka prequel starring Timothée Chalamet.
Oh God.
Warner's have got to be fucking pissed.
Is that that sounds like it should be a fucking Onion headline.
It does. It's being directed by Paul King. The man, he directed the fucking Paddington films, so I'm interested. You know, like it. But it's the fact that Warner are doing this now. But it's like, if they want to do anything in the future with it, I'm assuming they're going to have to basically negotiate with Netflix.
I'm going to stay quiet on this for my feelings against Roald Dahl.
What,
and his constant anti-Semitic comments.
No, I mean, it is fucking mental that Roald Dahl kind of has the legacy that he does when he was Roald Dahl.
Yeah. Well, I think it was kept quiet quite well up to a point.
Like everybody but him.
Yeah.
Who would bring it up at any opportunity that he fucking got.
You know, Jews, I hate them. Buy my book.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a piece of shit.
I think Netflix are going to be surprised by the reactions to things they are going to get.
Yeah.
By people on this, but
it is like they're going, Roald Dahl, everyone loves it. Yeah, should we just do a quick search? I think it'll be fine. Let's pay 400 million. There you go. I just quickly before we do that, we've already done it. Oh, okay, I'm gonna stay fucking quiet on this one then.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell of a just bonkers. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out. They're doing an adaptation of the musical of Matilda, which I think is filming now or filming soon, which Netflix are co-releasing with Sony. That, I don't know, that could be interesting. I think Tim Minchin did the book for that, I want to say.
I think he did, yeah.
So, yeah, but I don't know. We'll see. The Zemeckis Witches was incredibly. I mean, that felt
nobody has remembered that existed, and it only existed like a few months ago.
Yeah, I mean, it was like last October that fucking thing came out. I just like, it was so funny how it was just like it was pulled off the release schedule, and then it was just like a trailer for it. Oh, it's on HBO Max in like 2 weeks. Oh,
It was, wasn't it?
Crazy. Yeah, so you know, I think all eyes are towards No Time to Die at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, like TIFF happened. Belfast won the People's Choice at TIFF, which people seem to think is putting that in early Best Picture front runner contention. There is an awful lot of road to go with that, and stuff with early momentum doesn't usually tend to pan out like overall. But I think it stakes out Belfast as a bit of a one to watch. I'm hoping to see that at LFF in a couple of weeks, so hopefully I'll have some word on that sooner rather than later. But we'll see. I'm hoping to watch the Woman Fucks a Car film a bit more, to be honest.
I mean, I'm excited for both.
Yes, I mean, so am I. Also, the fact that Woman Fucks a Car is coming out on New Year's Eve, I think is very funny. If that film, if I can't see that at LFF, I think I am gonna go see that. Literally, my first film of 2022 is Woman Fucks a Car.
I will be very happy with that.
Yeah.
First film of this year. Is it The Gentleman?
Your first film of this year?
Yeah, was that this year?
Mm-mm.
First cinema
Nah.
film.
It can't, that first cinema film this year. Spiral, surely.
Oh, of course, yeah, it was the year before, wasn't it, gentlemen? I'm getting it, that this year's been so fucking short.
Long. It's been a short, long year.
I don't think it. What there's something else we saw before Spiral.
What was out that week?
Midnight Sky? Did you see that in the cinema?
Wouldn't have seen that in the cinema.
No, what is that? So when will it have been? It'll have been like April, will it have been?
May.
Oh, God.
May 17th was the day they all opened again.
So let's have a look.
The Unholy. Was it The Unholy or Those Who Wish Me Dead?
We were away, weren't we, Bex?
Yeah.
So the first one we saw at the cinema was Conjuring Devil Made Me Do It.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Oh, that's welcoming you back.
We did the Conjuring Devil Made Me Do It, Those Who Wish Me Dead, and The Unholy, and Spiral all in 2 days.
Nice.
Oi.
Fucking hell, Earwig and the Witch was this year.
Yeah.
I kind of need you two to watch that because it's Ghibli and I need to hear your opinions.
You said it was shit.
I know I did.
But it's not really inspiring us to watch it then.
But it's Ghibli.
I know, but...
We'll give it a go before the end of the year, I'm sure.
Isn't it really ugly?
Yeah, it is, but so's the Hellraiser films and you're making me watch 10 of them.
They're not, they're beautiful.
Fuck off.
I don't want Earwig and the Witch to fucking ruin Ghibli for me and to send me into an existential spiral about its future.
Miyazaki's got one coming out, hasn't he, next year?
Can I watch Nausicaa afterwards?
Yes.
Okay.
Nausicaa. So, should we talk some trailers? What we got?
Not that many, to be honest, from our end.
Every time I see a thumbnail or anything from that Dear Evan Hansen, it just makes me like die a little bit inside.
I fucking love it. I can't wait. I am kind of softly approaching Cat's level of excitement for Dear Evan Hansen.
Wow.
Is that because a lot of the things are saying, look, this is the worst big movie that's come out since Cats.
I fucking need it. Like the sequel, there needs to be a mid-credit sting where it's revealed that the sequel will be Deal Russell Crowe. And it's Russell Crowe playing a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah.
But just as, like, Russell Crowe, as big as he is in Unhinged.
Yeah, and just wandering around. What is it? Just...
Oh, Russell Crowe. Do you know what? For some reason, my brain changed that to Russell Brand, and Russell Brand as a 12-year-old girl makes more sense than Russell Crowe. So I was like, yeah, fine.
Russell Brand. You know, when we did that thing like a few weeks ago, we were trying to predict who might come out as, you know, a bit wrong in time.
Yeah.
We all said there's an obvious one, isn't there? You've just found it. It's Russell Brand. Yeah, Russell Brand, who seems like the kind of guy who would really like to form a cult, but he isn't bright enough.
Yeah.
A trailer that I was really looking forward to that then happened, and I asked Ian, isn't the trailer for the said movie supposed to come out in the next few days? And Ian responded with, yes, it did 2 days ago.
Oh, yes, indeed.
The new Guillermo del Toro trailer for Nightmare Alley, which, do you know what? Looks like a Guillermo del Toro movie.
Does. I mean, I wouldn't have even need to see a trailer for that, because if it's Del Toro, I'll just watch it. So
I'm really looking forward to this.
I am very, very worried. Oh, sorry, Bex.
Sorry, I was just saying it's got a cast.
I mean, that's some post Oscars heat for you. You know what I mean? Like it's I'm worried that this one is going to come out in America in December and it's not going to come out over here until like mid-February.
Yeah, there's a possibility because it's not got a UK release date, has it?
Yeah, it hasn't got a release date confirmed yet, and I mean, it's not exactly got me on edge because like I'm not chomping at the bit for it, which is weird because I fucking love The Shape of Water. But I don't know. This kind of was just these people are in this, and it looks like a Guillermo del Toro film, which is maybe all you need. But I would have liked a bit more of a sense of what the film actually is about.
I kind of like that though, that we don't get that.
Do you want to know what IMDb says?
I don't want to know what it's about.
Okay.
I'm happy not knowing. I'm happy just going in with that cast and sitting and watching them for 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah. Even Kate Blanchett. Oh, all right.
Yeah. I'm very.
She's redeemed herself a bit, hasn't she, with Oceans?
Yeah, with the strong wardrobe game.
Yeah, it is strong. Kate Blanchett in Oceans would get it.
Maybe we need Dear Kate Blanchett, where she plays a 18-year-old male high school student.
I'd watch that.
Just coming back to Dear Evan Hansen for just a second, right? The thing is, Ben Platt is kind of like going out there and publicly saying like, oh, you know, I'm trying to ignore all the mean things that people are saying. Nah, mate, fuck off. I'm sorry. No. You're in your like mid to late 20s and you're trying to act as a high school student against like all these other people. And like I said on the show before, I've had literally an experience in my school of someone like an older person pretending to be a younger person, and the whole how's it going fellow kids kind of vibe. That's all I get off of it, and I think it's fucking hilarious that they've tried. And I get that he was the singer on like the person on Broadway for it, and he won a Tony and all that shit. It was a bad idea. It's like it's a bad idea, and the hubris to go, we're gonna do it anyway, and for him to fucking do that. No, I'm sorry. No, it deserves all the stick that it is getting. It's an awful fucking decision having him be in it.
If you'd have shown me a picture, not with zero context, of Ben Platt in Dear Evan Hansen, and told me that he was only 26 at the time, I would have gone, fuck off, you're lying. He looks like he's in his early 50s.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. He doesn't look 26. He looks a lot older than 26, and he's playing fucking 17. Yeah. And apparently in that film, I think maybe he has sex with Caitlin Dever. No.
I am going to watch out of the most curiosity of curiosities, but going, this is going to be bad. And I don't like doing that with movies because I like liking movies. It's weird that. But I am never going to a movie going, yeah, this is going to be shit. I always go to a movie hoping that I'm going to come out of it and go, I actually really fucking enjoyed that. One of my joys of last year was The Prom, and how much I enjoyed it because I watched it thinking it was going to be going in there with an open mind, but thinking it was going to be garbage, and went, no, do you know what? That was really fun.
No, I mean, that's it. I hope it's a good time. I'll be honest, there is a part of me that wants to laugh at it because honestly, I'm actually a little bit offended by it. Yeah. I know that sounds stupid, but I am. It just, like, that guy in my school for this fucking documentary, he really, really emotionally hurt a girl, like, who wasn't necessarily a friend of mine, but was just a really nice girl. And, like, just that whole... And I know that's not what the story of Dear Evan Hansen is, but it just subconsciously makes me just go, that's fucking icky. I don't like it. Fuck you.
I'm with you there.
Anyway, yeah. I'm looking forward to laughing at it. But if it's good, I'll be the first one to say, do you know what? Fair enough. It was good. I'm sure he'll be shit, but hey.
Tragedy of Macbeth.
Oh, right. I am double billing this. Closing night of LFF, but the Art House in Cardiff are doing it. I am double billing this with that Tilda Swinton one where she's got that noise in her head. Oh. What a fucking night that's going to be.
That's going to be a big old night. Yeah, that's going to be a night and a half, that one.
Right. I mean, I'm glad this one's the second one, if I'm honest. It looks like it's going to be gorgeous. I'm really looking forward to Denzel Washington being Macbeth. I could take or leave Frances McDormand being fucking Lady Macbeth, but I think it's
again,
really,
yeah. The Frances McDormand. The more I'm seeing of her recently, of her as a person, the more I'm thinking, you need to go away for a little bit.
Yeah, she can fuck off.
She was at something else, just generally being a bit of a tit again the other day.
I will just say though, like I think that's a really, really interesting pairing. Really interesting pairing.
It's also going to be interesting to see what like the first Coen film that isn't a Coen Brothers film is going to be like.
Yeah. That's interesting as well. Like, what is the story of that? Ethan Coen just done, is he? Or...
Ethan just doesn't have any interest in making movies again at the moment. Apparently, he said I don't have any. There's no ideas. I don't. He's basically said he doesn't want to be on a movie set anymore. That he's kind of done with it for the time being, and that it'd be wrong for him to be kind of doing it when his heart isn't in it, when they've always worked as a team. And as Bay said, but also Joel has ideas of things that he wants to do, and I can't go, well, no, we work as a team. So, you know, it's an interesting idea of doing it, but that he said it might not be that's it, I'm done forever, but I just don't want to at the moment.
Okay. Yeah. Well, what do you guys think of this trailer anyway?
Really liked it. It looks like it's going to be, like you said, there's some nice imagery in it there. It looks like it's going to be a very one of the more serious Coen movies, rather than it's not going to be the tragedy of Macbeth during like a Hail Caesar kind of thing. I think it's going to be closer leaning to something like No Country for Old Men or that element of it, where they have done this. Blood Simple again is another one that is quite.
They can do gravity when they need to.
Yeah. So I think it's more going to be that. What do you think to it?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, cool. That's.
Would you like me to watch it?
Yeah, go watch it now if you want. It's like a teaser, so it's not long. Have you got any others, Ian? Because I don't, and I've realised that I've missed quite a few.
I kind of feel like I don't, actually.
Well, I'll have to fill for a minute because Bex is just off to go and watch the What Is It trailer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there is actually good. The thing is, right, so here's one. There's a new Halloween Kills trailer that is the final trailer.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
And I haven't watched it. And it's not like the Finch trailer that I've just missed it.
Fuck, I watched the Finch trailer as well. Sorry, yeah.
I specifically haven't watched the Halloween Kills trailer because I kind of like, no, I know enough of what I want to know. I don't want to know any more about that. I just want to watch it now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like my fucking... it's not necessarily got anything to do with the quality, but my fucking buzz for this kind of went out the window when they were like, oh yeah, it'll be on Peacock in the US the same day. I don't know, it's just like, it doesn't feel like an event. I'll watch it, and I'll watch it in the cinema, to be clear. I'm not gonna ask for a torrent of any one of this. I do want to see it in the cinema. Even though, then again, thinking about it, that weekend we got The Last Duel, and it's my Memoria Tragedy of Macbeth double bill. So I might not even get round to it first weekend. We'll see, you know. But yeah, I don't know. And it's just the fact that we know another one's coming as well. And it's like, okay, so all the way through, it's just going to be all right. What pieces are they going to set up for this next one then? We'll see. The new trailer does nothing to really change my opinion on it either way.
Yeah, I'm very much with it. I don't need to see any more. I'm going to see it. I'm not that excited for it. Boobity boo.
Which one are you on about?
Halloween Kills, the trailer that I said I'm not going to watch it.
Have
you watched the Macbeth Tragedy of Macbeth trailer?
I have, yeah. Like you say, it's only a teaser, so it doesn't give you an awful lot, does it? But I'm very much here for the aesthetic.
Yeah. I do like the fact that we get the Denzel smile in it at one point, though.
Yeah.
It's like Denzel does this thing, you're like, fucking hell, Denzel is Macbeth. I am down for that. And then he does like the Denzel smile and you go, oh, you charismatic fuck you.
Yeah, I will say as well though, Finch, not looking forward to Dog Danger. I think I'll leave it there. It looks all right. It looks all right. I'm kind of not surprised that Universal were like, yeah, all right, we'll sell it to a streamer if we're going to make a little bit of money on it, because I'm not entirely sure that it would have necessarily competed in the theatrical landscape that we're going to be having from October onwards.
Yeah. It's Apple, isn't it?
Yeah.
It does seem a little bit like whoever is in charge of acquisitions for films at Apple is a really big Tom Hanks fan.
Yeah.
And he's gone, right, what films can we acquire? Wait, this fucker. Has he got Tom Hanks in it? Yeah, but come on. Tom.
Apple's strategy is fucking fascinating. Like they released Coda, which I still haven't seen yet. I think it won a big prize at Sundance. They paid like $20 million for the rights for it. Came out on Apple TV in August, and it's just like, yeah, I'll get to it at some point. That's all I think of with that. And that they've released some documentaries. They did that Justin Timberlake one with the one name that I can't, the one word in the title that I can't remember. Palmer, maybe.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. But then they're doing the tragedy of Macbeth. It feels scattershot, but also classy.
Yeah, it's odd, isn't it? Because am I right in thinking they're doing Killers of the Flower Moon as well?
Yeah. So this is it. It's like they're not doing the Netflix thing of we're just gonna fucking do like 2 or 3 films a week of all sorts of genres. It looks like they are at least going for a pretense of we are Apple and we almost like we believe in this release.
It does feel a little bit more like they're gonna like the fact that people are gonna go to the cinema as well to sit down and see Apple on there.
Yeah, and there is a theatrical window on this fucker as well, at least in the US. It's out on Christmas Day in the US, then on Apple TV in like mid-January. And I wouldn't be surprised if for Scorsese they give it at least a month wait between the two.
I think that's what's agreed. I think that it's going to be a month, yeah.
And I will say as well, Mike talks about streaming quality quite a lot in our boy chat. Yeah. And like how Disney Plus is better than Netflix. I've got to say, I think Apple TV Plus may be the best one. Their shit looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's very good looking.
And I kind of wonder whether that whole aspect of like Netflix basically almost dictate how they want all their content to look, like a universal kind of style guide.
Yeah.
Whether the fact that Disney and Apple TV don't seem to do that, maybe that makes a difference, or maybe it's just bitrate. I don't know, but like Apple TV content looks great. Like Donna was watching the morning show yesterday, and like I was kind of like poking my head up every now and then. Poking my head up sounds like I was doing something I wasn't.
Sofa.
Yeah. But no, I mean, and it looked great. It looked great, and this Ted Lasso looks brilliant as well. But yeah, anyway, where were we? Sorry, I tangented. Prisoners of the Ghostland, starring Nicolas Cage, Sofia Boutella, and Nick Cassavetes, and directed by Sion Sono. So, this is the story of Hero, played by Nicolas Cage, who is basically he's been imprisoned for a robbery where a bunch of people, including a small child, were killed, and he is freed by the
governor.
The governor, yeah. And who's he played by? He's played by
Mosley.
Bill Mosley. That was it. Thank you. who tasks him with a mission to save his granddaughter. But he applies a bunch of explosives all over him, so if the task isn't completed, body parts will blow off, including his testes.
That's only if he gets horny.
Yes, and if he gets horny, then his testes will be exploded. He goes off into the Ghostland to try and rescue her, and things go from there. Mark, you had much experience with Sion Sono?
Yes.
Okay, great question. Great answer. I don't know what else I was expecting, actually, to be fair. Bex?
I haven't watched all of his films, but I have watched several of his movies.
And did this feel like it was of a piece?
No. It's not. It's a movie that is constantly trying to tell you how weird it is. But the problem is, it's so achingly trying to be crazy and weird and bits like that it forgets to at any point be entertaining.
No, I disagree with you there. The same as
That's fine, you're entitled to be wrong.
The same as I said to you after we watched it, and you said exactly the same thing. I think, like, his films are weird, and I think when you watch it and it's a Japanese cast, you just go crazy Asian cinema. But when you put a Western actor in it, it then makes it feel like it's trying to be weird. I think it's just he makes weird films. And I think if there was a Japanese actor in that main role, I don't think you'd be saying the same thing.
But I don't think that this is in any way weird. I just think it's...
I mean, it's a bit weird.
No, it's not. If you specifically set out to make something weird, then you're not actually making something weird. You're just making something quite boring. It's the Jackson Pollock thing. Anyone can do the theory of what Jackson Pollock does with his paintings, but only Jackson Pollock could do a Jackson Pollock. And this is what this feels like. It feels like somebody just, like I say, intentionally trying to make something weird, and it just ends up being really quite boring throughout its entire. And that's fine. I think if you're on board with it and you're along for the ride, I think you'll have a good time with it. But at no point did it get me along for the ride. It just made me go, you're doing all of this to just it just felt out of whack with itself.
Okay, so Bex, obviously you disagree with Mark there. So what was the aspect that kind of really actually kind of like engaged you and made you kind of sit up and pay attention here?
I think the weirdness doesn't feel forced to me. It just feels like one of his films. I think the reason that it's a bit jarring perhaps is that in the middle of it you've got Nicolas Cage, so you're kind of expecting a more westernized movie, but it's not. It's just him. He's been transplanted into that kind of movie instead of that movie being adapted because it's got him in it. So I don't think the weirdness feels forced. I like the weirdness of it. I like the aesthetic of it. I like the Nicolas Cage-ness of it. It all just worked for me. I really, really liked it.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's good. I mean, I'm glad it worked for you. I was very, very much in Mark's camp on this, to be honest. I was rather bored for chunks of it, and when I wasn't, to be honest, it was because Nicolas Cage was delivering a line reading I wasn't expecting.
Is that when he shouts testicle?
Yeah, and the noise that he makes when his ball gets blown off, where he's like, "Ooh, ooh," I thought was very entertaining. I enjoyed that.
I wonder if it was Nicolas Cage's like input as well that made it so that literally every female in this movie was thirsty for Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, but I think it is because it happens quite a bit in recent Nicolas Cage movies. But it's like when they were doing.
He's not a bad looking bloke. Don't get me wrong.
It's when they were doing the drawing of him, and it's like, I mean, that's fucking generous. He's right in front of you.
But then he takes his cloth panties off, and then she rubs out the groin area. Yeah, that amused me.
I'm a little bit upset that we didn't get to see just her drawing his wang after that.
Yeah, quite. I don't know. It just it did feel like it was just aiming for crazy, and like Nicolas Cage saying that this is the craziest film I've ever made. It's not, though. It's not.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, it's sweet that he thinks it is.
Yeah, but this is the man who made Vampires Kiss.
I was just thinking Vampires Kiss. I mean, Nicolas Cage reciting the alphabet in Vampires Kiss is crazier than anything in Prisoners of the Ghostland.
Nicolas Cage under his sofa going, ooh, when he's crying in Vampires Kiss is crazier than anything in this.
Him just running around going, I'm a vampire.
Vampires Kiss is a great movie.
Oh God, that film's fun. I remember when I watched that, and me and Noel basically watched it at the same time, and we were just texting each other through it. It was great. I think Sofia Boutella is decent, and I think Nicolas Cage is good. It just, once he kind of goes off, and it's, there's barely any context for any of it. You get that they're stuck there because of this, like these ghosts, but then the culmination of it is Nick Cassavetes is a ghost and just goes, yeah, all right, you can leave.
Because we had some fun, didn't we?
Yeah, it's like I don't get it. And it's like, if it was 80 minutes and it was kind of like you just cut out some of the more montagey stuff and it just flows a bit better and it's more focused on what Cage is bringing to it and the action, I think you'd be fine. But at an hour and 40 minutes, it did try my patience quite severely.
What did I say after we'd watched it, Bex?
Oh, you did your whole 90-minute movie bullshit.
If it had been a 90-minute movie, it'd have been better. It's got a quarter of an hour that you could easily... You didn't need as much of the governor as you got.
Governor?
Yeah.
No, quite.
I don't think he was really her granddad either.
No, I don't think that he was really the granddad.
Do inappropriate things.
I think he did do inappropriate things to her.
Poor Boots.
Yeah.
100% did. Yeah, absolutely. I don't. I mean, I'm
really
glad
annoyed you, Becky.
Was it Boots' fringe?
No.
Was it Boots' sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was really annoying.
Why was she annoying, Becky?
Did I say something horrible? Was it because she was ugly?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
You did say, I really hope she dies. Why, Bex? Because she's really ugly.
She is really ugly. I really hoped that Dakota Fanning would die in fucking Breaking Dawn Part 2 because her eye makeup was bullshit. I have weird reasons for things.
You see, and you claim I have no depth.
Oh man,
she was just annoying. She was so shrill, the sister. When she's fucking what's the character's name? Is it Bernice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she just sat in the car like screaming Bernice, and it's like, oh fucking shut up.
And then she starts waving a toy robot around at people. Do you know why? Do you know why?
Why?
Because this film's weird.
Oh, shut up. Things can just be weird.
If you just intentionally make them weird.
You remember Love Exposure, right?
I do remember Love Exposure.
And Tokyo Gore, please.
And Love Exposure
They're all weird.
Yeah, but Love Exposure felt like it felt like it made sense with its weirdness. It didn't just feel. Do you know what did this better?
Go on.
Turbo Kid did this better.
This gave me real Turbo Kid vibes. I loved
That's
it.
great shout.
It just did this whole thing better.
You stole my thing because you knew I was thinking that because I asked you to fucking find it for me.
Yeah, but I agreed with you when you made the point. Is that that's a better movie. It's quirky, it's weird, it's sweet. This is none of those things, and it isn't even that wacky.
It's quite funny though.
What, this?
Yeah, some real funny bits. I mean, the bit where he gets his ball blown off, and then he was just holding it.
But even that, I think I remember turning around to you and going, "Oh, did that actually just blow his ball off?" And then when I was thinking after it, I'm sure he'd probably have bled out by now.
No, I mean, there is all throughout the film. It is just like he's basically like a Ken doll or something. Like you just blow bits off of him and he's all right.
But like when his arm blew up, he didn't even blow his arm off.
Yeah, but it like blew all that. That'd really hurt.
It really hurt.
And then he's got a sword arm.
Yeah, but then he gets a sword arm out of nowhere.
Why not? That crazy rat man made it for him.
It just... No, sorry, it's Bobbins.
It's not Bobbins.
It's Bobbins.
You're just a fucking misery.
No, I'm not, actually.
I'm kind of also a misery on this one, Bex. I'm sorry.
Yes, Bobbins.
Fuck it then.
I am very glad you enjoyed it.
I really did.
But I think because you also enjoyed that Mandy as well, didn't you?
Yes.
And I thought that was Bobbins.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
I think maybe that just the Nic Cage thing's wearing off with me, because again you were like Wiley's World, didn't you?
Oh, I really want to rewatch Willy's World. Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Ian thought that was Bobbins.
Yeah, well, Ian's just a fucking misery though, isn't he?
Yeah, I am.
Take some fucking speed before recording or something. I think he'd maybe have different opinions.
I don't think anybody wants me to take speed, do they?
I think maybe before Hellraiser.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm sorry, Becky. I hate to say it, but I'm shit on Prisoners of Ghostland.
I'm touching cloth. I'm touching cloth. I think that the sparks of moments that caught my attention were all right, but I can't go all the way and call it good. But
what's that rating that you have, Bex, for it?
Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it. I mean, I think every single Hellraiser film is going to be thanks, I hate it for me.
I think Prisoners of Ghostland might be a thanks, I hate it.
Thanks, I hate it is it's good, but it wasn't for me.
No, it's shit.
Maybe you're Suspiria.
No, I don't think I'm quite Suspiria.
Yeah, that's like aggressively hate.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, I don't aggressively hate it because there's nothing that aggressive about it. But our audience poll, sorry, our doorbell, she's gone.
I was going to say, Bex has left the room.
Yeah, our audience poll is definitely not shit, 33%, touching cloth 17%, and shit 50%.
Okay. Yeah, that's a spectrum.
It just, all of those things together should have made something better, in my mind.
Yeah, very much agree with that.
And even, and I can say all this because Becky can't defend it because she's not in the room.
Nice.
But even down to the point of where it was overbilled as being this is going to be crazy. And the trailer made it look a little bit batshit, and it ended up just being a bit shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, the trailer looked good, and we were looking forward to it.
I just think that people need to stop trying to make weird movies and just make a weird movie.
Hey, Hannah, I think you really can't beat a good rewatch of a TV show. Would you agree with that, love?
Oh, yes, I would.
Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I think during, global pandemics, storms, all of these things, it's quite nice to just sit down and burn through something that you've seen a million times.
Absolutely, nothing like a binge watch.
Star Trek.
Babylon 5.
Because you could sit there for hours looking at serial killer documentaries.
Absolutely, that doesn't
Netflix.
Make you a weird person at all.
It doesn't. Yeah, you could watch documentaries that all seem to be about women killing men.
Love you, darling.
You could put off watching Daredevil for the 30th time.
Harry Potter.
But really, you can't beat immersing yourself in the warm jumper of a rewatch of a show or a franchise.
Beloved
franchise.
Lord of the Rings.
Twin Peaks. From VHS compilations recorded off television with the ad breaks, cut out of course, to DVD box sets of Sex and the City and, I don't know, Smallville.
Farscape.
Quantum Leap. To giving up finding new content on Netflix and just having a comfort trawl through Star Trek The Next Generation or Parks and Recreation. I think that we can all agree.
There's a lot to be said for that.
You can't beat a good rewatch. So, With that in mind, join
Anna.
and Mike from Chinstroker vs. Panzer as we burn through some of our favourite franchises and share our immediate reactions to each instalment in both spoiler and non-spoiler sections. To do that, do a search for the Rewatch Project with Hannah and Mike on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whichever your favourite podcast provider may be, or go directly to anchor.fm/Rewatch Project. We are proud members of the Pod Syndicate family of podcasts.
Hey, you like my voice, don't you? It's enticing and exotic and sexy. Well, unfortunately, I'm just a promo guy being paid to advertise a movie podcast, and I can assure you that its hosts don't sound anywhere near as classy. But don't let my superior vocal talents discourage you, and go listen to His Film, Her Movie, the podcast where every episode, the hosts must each choose a film to watch and discuss that has a connection to the chosen theme of that week's show. So stop aimlessly scrolling through whatever streaming service you're on, and let His Film, Her Movie give you an idea on what to watch next. You can catch it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Tell you what, let's do some what we've been watching. Mark, do you want to kick it off?
I can't because Becky's just still at the door.
Oh, okay.
And
you're not watching anything solo?
I've not watched anything solo. Again, my life at the moment is just so busy.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward to in a few weeks when my life starts to calm down again and I can start watching a shitload more movies. What I did watch that wasn't a movie that I did promise to watch the other week was I did actually watch Bob Ross episode.
Oh, really?
I did, yeah.
Nice.
Bex wasn't feeling well the other night and went to bed, but it was too late for me to start. I wasn't ready to go to bed because I wasn't really that tired, but it was too late to start watching a movie, and I didn't know when I'd have time to watch the other half of a movie I would have watched on my own. So I watched a couple of the things that I had left to watch on YouTube, and then still wasn't quite tired enough. So so I was like, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch an episode of this Bob Ross show thing that I keep on forgetting its name. And so at like midnight, I went and made myself a cup of tea and then sat with some biscuits that Becky had made and my cup of tea and watched, Bob Ross paint a landscape painting. And you know what? It was really relaxing. It was really quite... I can see why people, even people who had no interest in painting, would have watched these things as just like a relaxation thing. Because he's got the whole ASMR voice thing down to a T before that even existed. But it's just really jolly as well, but not like in a forced way. Like he's painting a tree, he's going, I'm going to paint this tree here, because why not? I want to paint this tree and it's going to look good. And he'll go, and let's paint a little tree friend for him. There's a little tree friend he's got. Because it's your world, and in my world, this tree has a little friend. And it's like, this is brilliant. It's just nice. And you watch it going, I reckon I could do that. Reality is, I couldn't. But I did contemplate the idea of going, I could get all these paints. But I just thought, nah, I just fucking won't. I'll just watch a few more episodes of this.
Nice. Oh, well, I'm glad you're enjoying those so much, bud. Fair play. Yeah.
And then I did get, and I realised that it sounds like I am fillering, but genuinely, what is it? One of the little link bits at the bottom was for an episode of you might have been too young for this, but like the British version was like a series called Heartbeat that we spoke about the other week, and so I was like, right, there's like a 6-minute excerpt from one of these. I'm going to watch that just to see if I can remember it. And it was a woman talking about a essentially like an old school essentially like flicker picture, like a moving picture thing. And she was like, and she's showing you it, and as it's going round, you're going, I mean, this was like a kids show on TV, and that flicker thing that she's showing is a little bit racy. And she goes, "Ooh, we better stop that because it gets a bit saucy." It's like, what the fuck?
Nice.
Yeah. So I think you might want to do what you've been watching.
Okay, all right, yeah, sure. Is she still at the door?
Still the door.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know
Okay.
who it is.
All right. Let's have a banger here. The Amazon movie that they bought from Sony, Cinderella.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, written and directed by Kay Cannon, who I believe wrote or co-wrote the Pitch Perfect movies.
First was a great movie.
Yeah, sure. So this is, it's a retelling of Cinderella. Cinderella, played by Camila Cabello, sure, something like that. I believe she's a pop star of some renown. Is a dressmaker who wants to live her life and be a bit of a girl boss. Adina Menzel plays her stepmother. And yeah, it starts off as a bit of a jukebox musical. It's got a couple of original songs in it. I was really hating it in the first 5-10 minutes. Really quite aggressively hating it. The key reason for this is the
James
singing.
Corden.
Sorry?
Is James Corden?
No, I mean, he's barely in it, to be fair. He produced it, and it was his fucking idea. But even though, then again, it's the idea, just let's remake Cinderella, because I'm sure lots of people have had that idea, But yeah, no, none of the singing sounds like they even attempted to make it look like it's it's diegetic. Like it all just sounds like they are miming to a backing track. Really brutally. Like the sound mix of this film is awful. And it feels like it was intentional. Either that or everybody was kind of sort of deaf. It's really bad. And it really took me out of it for large portions of the film. However, as it went on, I thought it had some decent jokes. Pierce Brosnan and Minnie Driver as the king and queen are a nice couple. And they've got a nice kind of subplot going on, which I wasn't expecting. And yeah, I kind of got just caught up in the nice vibes of it all. It's been getting some really stinky reviews, and I get it. It's doing some very obvious messaging. But it's not made for you. It's made for kids. Okay, Billy Porter is the fabulous godmother, and yeah, exactly. But I don't know what the pronoun for Billy Porter is. I'm ever so sorry. He is
Say twat.
Sure, but I'm not meaning to offend anyone. And I don't know, but she, whoever Billy Porter may be,
Yeah, he's a he.
he is just a he, is he? Okay, no, absolutely fair enough.
But I appreciate what you mean, and yeah.
I'm not trying to offend anyone. It's
Try, but yeah,
You're calling him a twat.
He's a twat.
Yeah, I don't know.
He is the worst of the look at me twats out there.
Wow, okay. I barely know who he is.
I only know of him because literally at the opening of an envelope, he'd turn up and go, "Look at me."
I only really know an American Horror Story.
How's he in that?
Really good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I mean,
He's a wizard.
Of course.
No, a warlock, I think they are.
nice. No, I mean, he's all right. It just look, we watched it because Lottie, and she was reasonably into it. She's kind of as into it as she gets with watching a film at home. But we watched the whole thing, and I didn't think it was that bad. I can absolutely see why Sony were like, yeah, let's just make what we can from selling this to Amazon. Thanks very much. And the selling of films to streaming services does feel, for the most part, like it is, let's get out while the getting's good.
Yeah.
I can't, maybe there is one, but I can't think of one of these films that is sold to a streamer where it was like, shit, I wish I saw that in the cinema. Like, or, I think Without Remorse felt like it belonged on a big screen.
Yes.
But I can't say it was brilliant. There's been none of them. Like, Coming to America, it felt like it felt like Paramount made like Bandits. The Mitchells versus the Machines, actually, that is the fucking one where it's like, I wish I could have seen that in the cinema. Good film, and felt good for the big screen.
Yeah, it's a great film, The Mitchells versus the Machines.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that again for year's end type talk. I'm not saying it's going to be like in the top 5 or anything, but surprises, hell yeah.
Without question.
But yeah, so Cinderella, it's fine. It's fine. And to be honest, after that opening 10 minutes, I'm surprised I'm saying that. So well done, Cinderella. We watched Jerry Maguire, which is available on Amazon Prime in 4K.
Ooh, is it?
Yeah.
Ooh. It's, I really like Jerry Maguire from memory. But it's quite long, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 2.25, 2:20.
Yeah, and that's why it's kind of always sort of put me off rewatching it recently.
Yeah, we watched it like over a couple of nights. I really like Jerry Maguire. You can see why Cameron Crowe was like hot shit after it, and it feels like a film that just won't be made now. It's an original concept, but kind of like mid-budget but big star. It is very, very focused on its characters and not necessarily the situation, and it feels like films at the moment need to have some sort of narrative hook or be based on pre-existing IP. Whereas Jerry Maguire it's a relationship drama, but it's as much about the relationship of Jerry Maguire and Renée Zellweger as it is him and Cuba Gooding Jr. and him and Jonathan Lipnicki. It's like they all get like good space to breathe and with that runtime. And Cruise is charming. It's a sexy film. It is. Them having sex for the first time is like, that's hot, straight up. I really, really like Jerry Maguire, and the 4K that they've got on Amazon is good. Looks really nice. Very, very hearty recommend for Jerry Maguire. And the last one that's kind of like not anything else in the show related, The Mummy. So rewatched The Mummy for the first time in fucking years, probably like at least 15 if not 20 years. And again, they don't make them like this anymore. It's just a straight up adventure film with a sweeping Jerry Goldsmith score, great like combination of CG and prosthetics. Frasier and Vice, fucking brilliant chemistry together. Few women on screen hotter than Rachel Weisz in The Mummy. Like I'll say that, just in cute, I suppose, may be the thing there more than like hot, but like, oh my word, like, yeah. And yeah, Fraser, very, very charming. John Hannah, really fun support. I kind of forgot how big the cast of characters in it is, though. It's not just the three of them on an adventure. There are a bunch of other kind of like treasure hunters around as well for like a good chunk of the film.
They're all really well like fleshed out as well, like the supporting cast.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, because like the first half of it's kind of like setting it all up and unleashing the mummy, and then the second half is basically the mummy picking them off one by one almost, and before you get the kind of more CG stuff at the end. But even the CG stuff at the end, it's used relatively sparingly. There's no big hole in the sky or something like that. It feels, and it also feels like it could have been one and done. I'm gonna watch The Mummy Returns, and I'm quite looking forward to it, to be honest. But it's a very, very satisfying couple of hours, is The Mummy. Really satisfying.
Mummy's the one with the sandstorm, isn't it? That's not Mummy Returns.
The sandstorm and like the face in it.
Yeah, the sandstorm's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the plane.
Yeah. and then it just cuts to Arnold Vosloo just doing like the mouth open thing while that's doing that as well. And it's great.
But you're right. Rachel Weisz is just the epitome of adorable in this movie.
Adorable's the word. The
bit where she like breaks the library and then his response is basically like, "Oops."
Just her getting drunk and like Brendan Fraser's like, "But I can't figure you out." And she's like, "I'm a librarian," and she's so proud of it. It's great. It's great. Proper star making shit from her here.
Yeah. They're both great, and their chemistry's great as well. That's what makes this movie, is them off each other is great, and you're really into, like, you're behind their relationship. You ship them from the start.
Yeah,
modern parlance.
100%. And God, I bet she and Daniel Craig are fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Daniel Craig doesn't seem like he'd be fun.
No, I reckon he's quietly a lot of fun, but people have decided that he's miserable. He's like, I'm really not. I'm actually quite a fun guy.
He looks kind of miserable though.
I think he just doesn't like doing interviews.
I tell you what, again, the No Time to Die podcast has had a series of interviews with him, and he's been great. Like, really, like, kind of into talking about the role. Even though I wonder when those interviews were done, because I wonder if that was kind of like done in lockdown or something like that. Because he had that thing a little while back where it was him and Mads Mikkelsen on like a Zoom reminiscing about Casino Royale.
Yeah,
and that was fun as well. I don't know. If I was to go out for drinks with a movie star couple, I think it would be those two.
This is your dad, isn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they live near my
Sorry?
house. Rachel Weisz and Daniel Craig live like about 45 minutes, an hour away from here.
Really? That's fun.
Yeah, they've got a big place. Very, very secluded, but like a big place out. What is it? I'm sure it's one of their many houses. But, but yeah, they live just out there.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I'm done. I'm just going to think on that for a bit and think how much I'd like to meet them.
What have you been watching?
On my own, I've only watched one movie. I rewatched Coraline because I wanted to rewatch Coraline. I think we watched something and it reminded me of Coraline, and so I watched it. It's good. It's Coraline.
How does it hold up?
Yeah, it's really good. It's I think it's quite a nice kids movie in the kids horror kind of arena. There's creepy elements and there's a little bit of peril, but it never feels outright scary. I think it's a good like introduction to creepy shit for kids. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And it looks lovely. And the weird little characters in the house are great. It's just really good, and I think it's one of those. one of the really good kids movies where you can really kind of lose yourself in them, like really kind of give yourself over to just being enveloped in the world. I know you're not a fan, and you're doing that face.
I have a real problem with stop animation.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And
the fact that there's nothing.
It's just they don't get me
because it's stop animation.
I think they should stop animation like that.
Wow, that was crap.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Did you enjoy that?
At least it looks like nice though. At least it's not like the fucking Aardman movies that are just ugly.
I think that's where my stop animation thing comes from.
Yeah, Wallace and shitting Gromit.
People constantly telling me that Wallace and Gromit was funny.
Crap. So crap. Awful. But yeah, that was the only one I watched on my own.
So what else did we watch, Becky? We watched the director's
all
cut.
10 Hellraisers. Sorry.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We watched Commando.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So much murder.
There's so much murder in Commando.
So we were going to talk about this last week, were
Yeah, we hadn't watched the last 20 minutes.
And you were like, oh, we've seen it so many times. And I was like, no, let's wait.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot how much murder there was at the end of this movie, so I'm glad we waited.
Yeah,
because I think I would not have got across how much sheer murder there is at the end of this movie.
Yeah, he's not on like a sanctioned mission there. No, he's just committing murder.
Just all the murder. So much murder.
Gleeful murder as well.
Yeah, he really fucking enjoys it.
Like, I get the feeling like he could have stealthily done that a little bit more. Nope, just starts fucking throwing blade saws at people.
And like
grenades.
He's got a rocket launcher.
Yeah, he rakes somebody in the stomach.
Yeah. There's so much murder.
A lot of murder.
And then there's that.
And then his daughter Jenny seems to really enjoy the bit where he murders Bennett right in front of her.
Yeah, she's just like, oh, Dad. And it's like, Alyssa Milano, I expected more from you.
Yeah, and then at the end of it, he just fucking walks out, carrying Alyssa Milano, and the American army go, have you left one for us to kill? And he's like, no. And then they just let him go from the stolen plane.
Is there anything left for us? Just bodies.
Yeah, it's like,
what the fuck?
It's a lot of murder.
And then he goes off to start a new little family with his daughter, and he's kidnapped fucking
and the
new
woman
girlfriend.
he kidnapped.
Just bonkers movie.
I love Commando. It's
Commando,
great.
But like, I'd forgotten how crazy the end gets.
Yep.
And then the sartorial choices made by that Bennett chap.
Well, how was it you put it, Becky?
He looks like a leather daddy.
Like when you've
when you've got to fight
John
Matrix at 5, but you're at the leather bar at 8. Yeah. That is what he is.
Well done.
Thanks.
It's
oh man.
What the fuck, right? Surely chainmail is made to be worn under something.
Yeah, it's an anti-stab vest.
Yeah, it's not outerwear.
Well, but for Bennett it is.
And he is deranged. He is an unhinged man.
I do like the fact. Yeah, well, he is a very unhinged man. It's brilliant. I do like the fact that literally John Matrix manages to goad him for killing him by essentially just playing on the fact that he knows he's unhinged. Is quite brilliant. So yeah, Commando is great.
What?
You were looking for something. I wonder what you were looking for.
The cat.
Oh, for God's
I was
sake.
concerned he'd got out.
It'll come down in a minute. What else did we watch, Becky?
We watched the Rutger Hauer movie Split Second.
Sweet.
Because why not?
He's on the stairs looking menacing.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he doing that thing where his eyes reflect the light?
Yeah.
He looks like a demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Rutger Hauer.
No.
Have you ever seen the Rutger Hauer movie Split Second, Ian?
No, I haven't. I know of it, but I've never seen it.
So it's set in London in like 11 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's set in London in 2008, where essentially global warming has caused there to be it's not even that long, is it? It's like 17 days of constant heavy rain or something like that.
Yeah.
Which has caused London to kind of flood, but not that much. A little bit like that. What is it? Hugh Jackman movie we watched recently?
Reminiscent.
Yeah.
I think that's proper flooding that though, isn't
A
it?
little bit like that though, isn't it? And then he plays, basically.
This is so many different movies mushed into
Oh,
one.
it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Also a few episodes of The Bill.
And a few episodes of The Bill, yeah.
Yeah.
So he plays a character called Harley Stone, who just seems to just travel the world joining various police forces until he's kicked off them for being a bit of a nut job. But in this
I
one,
don't think that's allowed, is it?
no, I don't think it is allowed. But in this one, it also at the same time has like flashbacks to something that he's done years before, yet has said that he joined from somewhere else.
No, I don't think when his partner.
When he had an affair with his partner's wife, and his
But I
partner
don't think that's
disappears.
supposed to be years ago. I think it's like 3 years ago.
Oh, it's only 3 years
That's why
ago.
Pete Postlethwaite's so angry with him.
Yeah, Pete Postlethwaite's very angry with him, isn't he?
Because of this man's death.
Yeah, and then he lives.
But, so Kim Cattrall's the wife
Yes.
that he had the affair with.
Yeah.
And then he left her after he died.
Yes.
But he asks after the man who died's mum
Yeah.
of Kim Cattrall.
Yeah.
With the bad hair.
Yeah. And he lives on a diet, right? And this is fine. He lives on a diet of coffee, cigarettes, and chocolate. So just throughout the entire thing, he's just eating chocolate.
I can get behind that, to be fair.
But it's an odd thing, isn't it?
Yeah, he eats like the Tunnocks tea cakes, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Gives one to a dog.
He gives one a dog, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Not supposed to give chocolate to dogs.
Oh, fuck off. I'm not supposed to give anything to dogs. Dogs are allergic to everything. I can't know what is it. It's a really weird movie.
Right, going to stop you there. According to the what is it? In that situation, what is the what is it?
Just like the internet and everything like that. So you can't give dogs anything because it'll kill them because they're allergic to it, apparently.
Yeah, dogs will eat any old shit and be fine.
Right.
Dogs are fine.
My dog ate a lateral flow test yesterday.
Was she positive or negative?
She's not shit it out yet. We fived. That was what that was.
So she's
Is
not.
she
I don't
okay?
know. Yeah, she's fine. She's a fucking idiot, but she's fine. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, in terms of dogs will eat anything, my dog ate a lateral flow test.
I swear, my nana used to give her dog Tiny, who was a Yorkie, a cup of tea every night. Used to give him a cup of milky tea, put on the floor while she had her cup of tea. That dog, I swear, lived to be about 500 years old. But and it was fine.
Are you not sure that dog is even still alive?
No, Tiny's gone.
Oh.
But Tiny only died a few years ago, and Tiny was around before I was born. Like I swear that dog was over 30 or something stupid.
I doubt that.
I think it was.
I doubt that.
It was
That
very
would
old.
make it the oldest dog in existence.
It was a right snaggletooth little freak by the end, though.
Yeah, Ian Jury plays a bar owner in this as well, doesn't he?
Yes.
It's pretty
From
good.
Ian Jury and the Blockheads, Becky.
Okay.
Hit me with your rhythm stick.
Yeah.
Split Second is. I can see why it has cult status. It was fun. I will probably never watch it again, but I can see why it has cult status.
The thing that's quite odd about it is, like I say, everyone else, apart from Kim Cattrall, Pete Postlethwaite, and Rutger Hauer, are in the Bill.
Yeah.
And they're in some, well, Pete Postlethwaite is in some police procedural, but a much glossier one than, say, the Bill. And then Kim Cattrall and Rutger Hauer are in some fucking post-apocalyptic, futuristic noir shit.
And Neil Duncan,
None of them are in
the
the same
partner, just changes halfway through it from being like a like the nerdy guy to like he's a
Yeah, don't you give him some chocolate or something? And he goes weird.
yeah.
And he starts talking about how much he fucks his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very peculiar movie.
I mean, I'd recommend it.
Maybe.
Not to normal people, but possibly to Ian.
Possibly
I
to
think Ian
Ian,
would maybe get
yeah.
a kick out of
I
it.
think Ian maybe would get a kick out of it, yeah.
Okay.
It's on Amazon, I believe you watched it.
I think it was on Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's only like
Okay.
90 minutes. It would be good to watch with a few beers.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Saving the beers for the Hellraiser films.
You might need something stronger for Hellraiser here. Maybe get
Oh.
some Jack.
Jesus fucking wept.
Yeah, it's on Prime. Wait a second.
Yeah, so that's what we watched this week.
Cool. Okay, great stuff. So let's move on to Gunpowder Milkshake, which is directed by Navot Papushado. It stars Karen Gillan, Lena Headey, Carla Gugino, Michelle Yeoh, Angela Bassett, Chloe Coleman, and Paul Giamatti. Michael Smiley's in there as well. So, story on this one. Karen Gillan plays a hit woman who is kind of left in a diner by her mother, played by Lena Headey, when she was younger. She's growing up in her mother's footsteps because her mother was a hit woman as well. But some shit goes wrong when she kills a guy, and it turns out that he was stealing some money to basically save his daughter. Karen Gillan then rescues the daughter, and then shit goes sideways. So, Becky, did this film live up to the title Gunpowder Milkshake, which is a very evocative title, even though it doesn't really make an awful lot of sense? But
Go on.
yeah, did it kind of live up to that?
You know that one Tyra Banks gif that does the rounds that's like the "We were rooting for you" gif?
No.
That's this
Yeah.
film is the film version of that gif. This disappointed me. It could have been like they're clearly going for John Wick with chicks, and it
Jane
just
Wick.
Jane Wick. It just spectacularly underdelivers. You know, there's people in there that we know can do action scenes, fight sequences, fight choreography, and they are sorely fucking underused. Even Karen Gillan can. She's, you know, in fucking Marvel movies, and she fights and shit. Yeah, all right, some of that will be stunt doubles and stuff like that, but she will do some of the basic fight choreography in it. And it's all just so toothless. The fighting stuff in this is toothless. There is one badass shot that I don't want to give the badassness of it to the person that gets it, because it's Lena fucking Headey and she's shit in general. But there's the one bit where she jumps over the desk and she's got two guns in her hand, and it's actually kind of a badass shot. But that's about it. Angela Bassett isn't great in it.
Which is a very rare thing people can say.
Carla Gugino is really underused in it.
Angela Bassett is barely in the fucking thing. It's bloody Angela Bassett.
Yeah. I was so disappointed, to be honest. Like, and the story's quite an interesting story. It could have been so much better. It looks nice. Like from a shooting point of view, it looks good. They've made the world look nice, but it's just that there's far too much fucking slow motion in this as well. Like there's bits where there's like they'll shoot someone running to kind of hit someone, but they put it in slow motion, so you're there just like, yeah, come on then, fucking come on then. Jesus Christ, you've been running to hit that one person for 10 minutes now, and I'm bored. I don't care now.
Yeah, I don't care if you hit them now. I want them to hit you now.
The emotional heart of this movie was Carla Gugino, and she's barely in it. She was the only one that fucking emotes properly.
Yeah.
Really, really, really fucking disappointed.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I really wanted this to be great.
Kind of got the feeling this might be a short review because I fucking agree with everything you just said. Yeah, I mean, before we hand over to Mark, I may as well just go because I'm basically going to say the same thing, and then at least we got the element of surprise with Mark. But like
It's a wild card.
It felt like one that it's on Netflix in the US and it's been sold to Sky Cinema in the UK. I'm not surprised. You know, again, it's just one of those. Okay, it did actually get a bit of a theatrical release. Like I watched this on Now TV I could have driven to the showcase by me and actually seen it on the big screen. I'm glad I didn't. I'm really glad I didn't, because there's barely anything in this that makes it seem big screen. It feels like a pilot for a TV series where it's going to be about these badass women, maybe like being like the A-team or something, you know, like, and it's while being stalked by Paul Giamatti's like new goons or something. It just, it felt like it was, will this do? We've got a bunch of iconic female actors and they do a little bit of kicking ass. Will this do? You know, like we're going to tell the most kind of just derivative hitman befriends young child story, except they're both girls. Will that do? It didn't. It felt like it was going. It almost felt like an SEO engine coming up with a female-led action film. Yeah, very disappointing. I thought the one action sequence that had any imagination to it, for me, where she couldn't use her arms and she's just kind of like flopping them about all over the place while doing the action. I thought that had a nice, silly air to it. And then the rest of the film does seem to take itself pretty seriously. And I really did disengage. And I don't know. I mean, Paul Giamatti, I'm sure it was a nice, easy paycheck for him, but it's just very, very uninspired. That meme is exactly where I'm at here, Bex. Two very disappointing lead reviews for me this week, personally. But Mark, I'll throw it over to you. Did this look like it was just all shot on a fucking set, or was there any fucking aspect to this for you that actually felt like, oh no, this actually has some production value to it?
No, it was a very much a I had your voice in my head saying this just looks like it was shot in a car park in Georgia throughout it.
Mm-hmm.
It is one of the most undercut movies I've seen in a long time, and I don't think you can blame budget or anything like that. You've got a really good cast and Lena Headey.
Yeah, fair.
When you have Michelle Yeoh and you don't give her anything to fucking do, and she's literally playing a
badass fighty person, and you don't give her any badass fighting to do apart from just choking people with chains.
She still, when she still has the best action and it's still a bit crap, what are you doing? The story is just like you said there, Ian, it's really derivative. It's like, really? And the fact that it is so achingly trying to be John Wick is kind of pathetic.
It really is, yeah.
It's a little bit embarrassing that the thing is,
no one will notice. We'll go with a library instead of a hotel.
Yeah,
everyone will notice.
It feels a little bit like, oh, come on, you know, you can rip things off, but at least kind of try and do something different with it. And I'm a little bit surprised. One of them, Karen Gillan getting involved in it, fair enough. She thinks that it's, what is it? Or Angela Bassett getting involved in it, yeah, it's a paycheck. Anything like that. But to get all of them?
Yeah.
Angela Bassett is usually...
Lena Headey I can understand.
Lena Headey I can understand because that's this is her level. But the problem is everybody else that's in it, it's not their level. They are a level above.
Even Karen Gillan is leveling down with this movie.
By a great, what is it?
She's in one of the biggest fucking movie franchises going. A lot of people probably don't realise it's her because she's blue.
Yeah, but she's also
she's
in
not recognisable from it.
Jumanji movies. She's very good in.
She's really good in that. What's that horror movie she's in as well? Oculus. Is it Oculus?
Yeah.
That's really good. I don't mind rewatching that.
But it's the fight choreography. You said the one where she's got no arms and stuff like that. That was fun. If they could have replicated more of that fun throughout it, it would have been.
That went on for far.
But it did
far
go on for too long.
Though.
It did go on for too long.
Yeah.
The car chase one was I thought was quite amusing, but it just none of it goes anywhere. The whole thing just doesn't go anywhere. It goes to the exact place you're expecting it to go, and it ends. It's snappy title, crappy movie.
The thing is that like another thing that felt a bit odd was, you know, the bit where she finally rescues the daughter and she's like, "Oh, is my dad coming?" "Oh no, I'm here to save you." "Oh, that sounds about right. He never comes." Like, why even put that bit in there about him being a shitty dad? That was unnecessary.
It felt like an extra layer that they just didn't need.
Well, no, because they didn't take it anywhere.
No, but
because nobody needs any men. Like nobody, all men are horrible. I don't. I'm teasing.
I mean,
I
you're
don't
pretty
think
shit,
it
to be
was
fair.
that.
I'm
Sorry.
You all are pretty shit.
I am pretty fucking great. I spent all day with me and only mildly hate myself.
You've got a really good beard as well.
I do, yeah.
I do like to stroke it.
See, there was no beards in that.
There was no beards in it.
Apart from Lena Hedges. I think what we can all take from this
Is Mark doesn't like
is
it.
I don't like Lena Hedges.
Yeah. I was so sad that Carla Gugino died as well. Like when they took her off in the car after the shootout and stuff, I was thinking, oh, maybe she's not like fully dead. Maybe they're gonna like fix her and then they're burying her.
But
That made me really sad.
They even had a child with headphones on listening to a song where we get an action scene while the song's playing.
Did you not like that?
John Woo did it. John Woo does it. Don't just. It felt like like literally the writer and the director just sat down with a bunch of action movies from the past 30 years and then just borrowed bits from it, but not even in a homage kind of way, just in a no one will notice kind of way. There isn't a single memorable scene from this movie, and we only watched it a few days ago.
They didn't even use Paul Giamatti well.
No.
They got one thing right.
What?
The casting of the young Karen Gillan was decent. That's it.
Yeah,
she was.
She was. But when you found somebody who looks a little bit like somebody is the best bit about your movie.
I'm trying to give it some.
I didn't also like the fact that when they had the milkshake and they were both taking massive fucking straw glugs out of it, it didn't go down like at all. Why?
Why?
It just style of a substance, and it had zero style.
But the thing is, there's good elements that had the film been good, and you know, let's be honest, it probably won't. But if it had got a sequel that could have been expanded upon, the idea of the diner being like a no-gun diner and being a meeting place is kind of a cool little touch if it was in a better movie. But the idea of the library with fucking weird shit stashed in all the different books would have been good if it was in a better movie or a TV series. It would have made a better TV series.
But it does feel like somebody found in a trash can a bunch of rejected John Wick ideas and then made a movie out of them.
Yeah. I'm not going to disagree with that.
It's shit. And it pains me to say this, Becky, because you are right. I haven't seen this GIF, but I feel like it's the correct GIF to use.
Yeah. That's Gunpowder Milkshake. Definitely shit.
Yeah. Where are you on it, Bex?
I was touching cloth earlier, but it's shit.
It's shit.
Yeah.
And I think I was rooting for this because I thought it looked good.
I really wanted it to be good. This will be in my disappointments for this year, I think, because I really wanted it to be good.
And it's way too long. I know you don't like me saying that, Becky.
No, I
mean,
just
it is though.
Fucking draw a line in the sand at 90 minutes crap.
But this movie should have been 90 minutes.
This movie should have not been.
Because then it'd have finished 25 minutes earlier.
Oh,
audience poll.
Becky has sent the GIF.
Oh,
what was the audience poll?
Let me just have a look at this GIF so I can see it. Oh, it's not loading for some reason. Oh, she's very angry now, isn't she?
Really angry, yeah.
Definitely not shit. I don't think I'm that vociferous towards my rooting for it. Definitely not shit, 10%.
Wow.
Touching cloth, 30%. Shit, 50%. And Geostorm, 10 of the percents.
Nice.
I'm really upset this was that bad. Well, they do need to stop trying to do John Wick but with a girl. They need to stop with that fucking shit. Because there's been too many movies that have been John Wick but with a girl.
Well, have you not seen that question yet?
No, I haven't. No.
Well, get ready.
Shit. Okay.
Okay, so let's finish it off with the Patron review. But first, should we have a look at last week's results?
Yep.
Okay, let me pull them up. So we had Don't Look Now, we had The Red Shoes, and we had Showdown in Little Tokyo. I did that off from memory. That was right, wasn't it?
Yep, that was quite good memory.
Go me. Okay, good. So the winner with 75% of the vote, Becky makes it 2 for 2. Next week we will be talking about The Red Shoes.
Fuck, we've got to find 6 hours to watch The Red Shoes.
Yeah, that film is long.
Yay!
I mean, it's fucking brilliant.
Oh, I feel a bit emotional.
That's 2 hours 15. It is.
Not 6 hours then, is it, you bullshit merchant?
I get. Do I get to tell my my Oscar story as well?
Go for it.
What, do I want to tell it now?
Can do if you want.
I've held an Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've held an Oscar. It was one of the ones that The Red Shoes won. Because it was at the Bradford Film and Television Museum.
Oh, that was the place where you used to always go when you were going somewhere else and your mum got lost, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And we were there once, and they were cleaning out like the cabinet thing that it was in. So the Oscar is there in a cabinet, in a glass fucking cabinet case, right? So that people can't touch it. Yet when the guy decided to clean it, he cleaned it in the middle of the day when the place was open and just lifted the glass case off it and started cleaning it. And the Oscar was just, he moved the Oscar to clean underneath the little mat thing that the Oscar was on and just put it on the side. And I happened to walk by and went, is that like a real Oscar? And he went, yeah. I was like, can I touch that? And he just went, yeah. And I literally just picked it up and was like, this is fucking mental.
That's pretty great.
The guy was like, and I was like, should I be doing this? And he went, probably not, but are
But you're doing it.
No. And he's like, I was like looking at it, it's like, this is, and it's weird, they're actually weirdly heavy. And then he just went, I was like, thanks for that, mate. And he just took it back off, he cleaned it, put it back in the thing, and then put the thing back off. And what's up? I was like, that was an odd experience.
Man, that's cool.
Yeah. So, go on then. What is it?
Right, okay, so I've got one and it's been chosen in...
Oh, God.
No. In light of the fact that we're making Ian watch 2 Hellraiser movies next week.
Oh, please, you've been nice to him now, aren't you?
Yeah. So I am putting forward Pompoko because it's delightful.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice, delightful little watch with loads of little light raccoon men just bouncing around being little fat raccoon men. I think they're raccoons, aren't they?
Are they the ones with the testicles?
With the testicles, yeah. But it's got an underlying like political sort of agenda going on. So I think that would be interesting to discuss. And I think that Pompoko should be required viewing for children so that they have, you know, an underlying like thing in their brain about the environment.
What's yours, Ian?
I am going to go for David Lowery's Disney remake. I want to talk some Pete's Dragon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Do you want to know what I was going to pick until I remembered that you'd agreed to and suggested, in fact, Hellraiser. Scanners.
Okay, yeah, probably.
I
would
decided
have
not to
been
do
much
that
with
too.
me this week. Yeah.
Go on, dickhead. What are you going with?
So you've gone for Pom Pocker,
Yeah.
a fun but politically charged children's film.
Yes.
Ian's gone for a remake of Pete's Dragon. And as ever, I'm coming in like the Kool-Aid man. I've picked Poison Ivy.
Oh, that's a good choice, actually.
The fucking Drew Barrymore one.
The Drew Barrymore one. I've picked
Right.
a film where Drew Barrymore, aged 17, seduce a early 60s Tom Skerritt.
Fair.
Cool.
Yes.
I think I
Because-
just remember Poison Ivy's pretty decent.
because I enjoy never watching the films that I pick.
And because you're a pervert.
A little bit of that, yeah.
Little from column A, little from column B.
Poison Ivy's a good film. Maybe.
I mean, it's better than a lot of the stuff you pick.
Thanks for that.
You are welcome.
So next week we'll be watching Pom Pocker or Pete's Dragon.
Oh, I might become a patron just so that I can vote for your film.
Don't. I want to continue my losing streak.
I mean, you do seem to be picking films with that as an aim.
I just think that our patrons are going, oh, I'm not interested in that fucking filth monster.
One of these weeks, though, they'll throw you a fucking bone and feel sorry for you, and you'll get it, and you'll be like, shit, I don't even really want to talk about that.
All these
do the
films
Loft.
I want to talk about.
I just picked it to be a dickhead.
Pick the Loft one week. I'm sure people will throw you a bone.
Fucking Loft's a great movie.
It's actually a really good movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. Right. So, let's get on to the last review of this week, and it is Becky's winning choice for this week's Patron review. We're going to be talking about David Lynch's Lost Highway, starring Bill Pullman, Patricia Arquette. It is Patricia Arquette, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yep. Robert Loggia, Balthazar Getty, Robert Blake, Richard Pryor for once in his final film role. Forgot about that. And plenty of others. So let's start with Lost Highway. Bill Pullman and Patricia Arquette are a couple who start receiving mysterious VHS tapes, which seem to basically say that someone is filming them while they sleep. Bill Pullman has one of the most unnerving conversations anyone has ever had in cinema. And then shit gets really more weird from there. So, Becky, I'm going to start it off with you as this was your choice. Was there enough Marilyn Manson and Rammstein in this for you?
Do you know what? I didn't really notice the Marilyn Manson and Rammstein. I was just like, oh, David Bowie twice because it's at the start and the end. So I just really enjoyed the Bowie-ness of it.
Mark,
Yes.
was there enough shagging in this for you? Did it fucking satisfy your bloody needs?
There was a lot more of Patricia Arquette's boobs in this than I remember.
There is some solid titty action.
And I
really
love
is.
Emma's boobs. But yeah, I was. The thing is, because I remember there was a little bit of sexy stuff and nudity in it. But I'd forgotten quite how much there was in it, especially in the last third. And there was bits where I was going, Ian's going to be well uncomfortable during this. Ian's going to be just going, oh, fucking hell. Ian's going to be at that level of, oh God, if Donna walks by and then goes into the kitchen and then walks by in another 10 minutes, she's going to go, are you just watching porn now, Ian? And it will be a little bit like that.
She walked in while I was watching Showgirls, and I basically had to explain the cultural significance of Showgirls, and that I genuinely was watching it more as a curio from the oeuvre of Paul Verhoeven than anything else.
To be fair, it's more comedy sex than anything else in that anyway.
Oh
isn't
my
it?
god, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sexy sex.
yeah.
Not
But anyway,
Patricia Arquette
sorry.
getting fucking railed on a big screen, is it?
I mean, it makes me want a projector.
Fair play, to be fair.
But yeah, it's there is a lot of burning in it.
There is.
It's yeah.
Thing is, I wasn't really uncomfortable with it. I just thought it got boring. But honestly, I'm ever so sorry. I like this film enough, but it felt like someone trying to do Lynch, or Lynch trying to get down with the kids a little bit, if I'm honest. I think, Mulholland Drive is more personally what I want from this flavor of Lynch. Even Inland Empire, just for the fact that Inland Empire, you just, there is absolutely no point in following it from very, 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 very early on in that film.
It's a collection of short movies smashed together.
Yeah, quite. Whereas with Lost Highway, it feels like it's dropping breadcrumbs for you to work things out. And then it just goes, actually, do you know what? Nah. Let's just have Rosanna Arquette being rather angrily fucked. And then her angrily fucking Balthazar Getty and then saying, "You'll never have me."
I did enjoy that bit.
I did enjoy that bit as well.
Yeah, no, I bet you did.
I want you. You'll never have me, and then just fucks off.
Yeah, they just literally just disappears.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. The first half hour, basically the pre-Balthazar Getty stuff, I think is tremendous. Really, really unnerving. Bex, the Bowie is fucking perfect. And the conversation with Robert Blake, and then also the fallout from that, where it's Bill Pullman's saying "Oh, who's that guy?" It's "Oh, I think he's a friend of blah blah blah's." Dick something. What's his name? I've forgotten. Dick Laurent.
Dick Laurent is dead.
Yeah, and he's like, Dick Laurent's dead, and he's like, that other guy, Alex, or whatever his name is like, what do you mean? What do you mean Dick's dead? He can't be dead. How do you know Dick Laurent? He's like, I don't. It's like, I don't even know how I would know that he's dead. And just that idea of your, basically having this conversation with this person, and then essentially your perception of what you know and what you don't being twisted is fucking unnerving. The Balthazar Getty stuff starts, the vibe changes, and I'm kind of into it. The scene where he takes the drive with Robert Loggia, and Robert Loggia beats the shit out of that guy because he's tailgating him, and it's amazing. It's fucking brilliant. So that's the thing. There are moments in this film, but I will say I really, really think that the joy for this film is confined to the first 2/3, and then the last third, I'm just like, all right, this kind of just looks like a 90s music video and somebody wanting to push buttons. And I know that's not what David Lynch is trying to do. I know that, but it feels like sub-Lynch in the final third for me. Silence.
I get what you mean. It's the sexuality in Lynch's work tends to be more of a kind of repressed sexuality, doesn't it? It's not often as overtly on the screen as it is in this.
It's not even that. I disconnect. I don't care. I don't have a reaction to it. I'm just watching it play out, and I don't care, because all like the stuff I was enjoying about the film has just been replaced with Patricia Arquette slowly walking up to Robert Loggia while she strips off, and I don't care. It's like I say, it didn't make me feel uncomfortable. I felt fucking sorry for that other girl who gets fucked over by Balthazar Getty. But like I say, I just don't care.
I don't know. It's what I like about Lost Highway is whichever read of it you take, you can follow it through in a few different ways. You can either follow it through as this is just what's happening. He has magically morphed into Balthazar Getty. He gets out of prison. He goes and does this shit. Or you can kind of look at it in the timey-wimey thing, in that obviously when he gets the message that Dick Laurent is dead, it's actually him giving himself the message, and the Lost Highway from the beginning is the Lost Highway from the end when he's running away from the cops. And then there's all the sort of various implications of the timey-wimey shit, and then having to work out, right, okay, so what fits where? And then there's the and it was all a dream kind of element to it, wherein he's in the cell, and then all the Balthazar Getty shit is him imagining what his life would be if he was the person he wanted to be. So there's a few different reads on it, but I think sort of in the Lynch kind of body of work, I think it does stand out as a little bit of an oddity. There's none of the kind of small towny vibe, like even Mulholland Drive, set in LA.
Yeah, Mulholland Drive.
You know, which isn't obviously a small town. You've got Naomi Watts is like a small town girl, and she's moving into like this residential unit, which is like its own little small town within LA. Like you've still got that kind of seediness under the niceness vibe, whereas there's not really a niceness for the seediness to be under in this.
It's not Blue Velvet's peeking, over the white picket fence. Element of it. Yeah, it's not the dark side of Americana. It's the it's the dark side of the darker side.
Yeah.
Of you can get to 90s culture, to be honest. That's there. It's a in terms of how it fits in within the Lynch things, it's not as mature filmmaking as something like Mulholland Drive.
No.
Which I think you could probably say is Lynch's best film. It's closer akin to the chaoticness of something like Wild at Heart.
Yeah.
But Wild at Heart is Lynch essentially doing a rom-com.
Yeah,
that's what Wild at Heart was.
You've got a linear narrative there as well.
I mean, Lost Highway, Lynch literally says that Lost Highway was subconsciously inspired by the O.J. Simpson killings, or the O.J. Simpson trial and all of that. He said that he'd become fascinated by that, and at the same time he was writing Lost Highway. And so the bits were that quite weird, that's where the man killing his wife thing comes from and stuff like that. I'm fairly sure that Richard Burke, who plays the mystery man, actually did shoot his wife as well years later.
Wow.
But it's whereas something like Blue Velvet has Hopper's character Frank. It is Frank, isn't it? Yeah. Lost Highway feels like a collection of Franks.
Yeah.
It's a very Lynch makes quite angry films. A lot of his films are quite angry.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
For that, and it's there's a clear kind of there's a clear darkness to it, and Lost Highway, I would say there's an argument state that Lost Highway might be his angriest movie. it's an unpleasant movie full of quite unpleasant characters. Nobody really seems that nice. Nobody seems that content, and nobody seems that you have everything and you're still not satisfied.
What's his name? Balthazar Getty's parents seemed quite lovely.
Yeah, they do.
When Gary Busey is the most grounded character in your movie.
It's your most grounded character. Then you know you're in. Then you've got to look at.
You know you're in Lynch country.
But then you've got some, and I agree with Ian. It towards the end, it does. There is maybe one too many. You don't need that in it. There is an awful lot of yes. You're for a good 10 minutes. You're bouncing around, living essentially in a Patricia Arquette collection of sex scenes for a good 10 minutes. It's not one. It's 6 or so, various different. What is it? And it just feels a little bit like, okay, there wasn't somebody. I love Lynch as a filmmaker. I think he's fascinating. I think he's brilliant, and he's made some of the best content. What?
Oh, don't refer to it as content.
I should mean it content because of the Twin Peaks thing. But what made Twin Peaks, what the secret ingredients of Twin Peaks, wasn't as much Lynch or Carver and anything like that. It was Matt Ford. Matt Frost, sorry. Matt Ford, the guitarist from Black Rose.
Okay.
Matt Frost literally going,
No.
maybe not. Maybe we do this.
Yeah.
And that sometimes that reining in it is something that maybe needs to be done for that. And I know that's saying he's stifling creativity and something like that, but it is why Lost Highway is a 4.5 out of 5 film rather than a 5 out of 5 film for me.
Because you've got nobody.
Because I just think that maybe there was a little bit of. I also think that if Lynch went back to it and looked at it, if he was that kind of filmmaker, would maybe go, do you know what? It don't maybe need that. It don't need that.
I think once he's done, he's done.
But I do think once he's done, that's his thing. It was.
But there's plenty of other stuff that he's not done that he's done. Sorry, without that restraining hand, which is great.
But I just think that in this mindset, I still think he was angry about the Twin Peaks thing.
Oh, Twin Peaks.
Yeah, he made Blue Velvet because he was angry about what had happened with June. He made. I think he made this because he was angry about what happened with Fire Walk With Me.
What happened with Fire Walk With Me?
It was poorly received.
Really? Fire Walk With Me is fucking
but it was
great.
poorly received.
Yeah, it was really poorly received at the
really
time.
Bad, booed at Cannes. And he made and actually Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me is probably his angriest movie. And he made that because he was angry at what he'd had to do with the second season of Twin Peaks on TV. And
it's a nasty little movie, actually.
There's an idea that Straight Story he made because it felt like a cathartic piece for him to make a more mature piece, and it is it's a wonderfully sweet movie.
Still never seen it.
But it does seem like Lynch makes his most provocative movies when he's angry at something.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why he doesn't make movies anymore and hasn't made a movie in 15 years and might never make a movie again is because I just don't think he's that angry anymore.
Shit, so do we need to go around and kill his cat or something?
But I think his transcendental meditation would stop him from getting angry about it.
I want another Lynch movie.
I'd love another Lynch movie, but I'm not sure we need another Lynch movie now.
To be fair, we had Twin Peaks: The Return. I know it's not a movie, but as a undistilled bit of Lynch for hours and hours.
No, but it doesn't count in the majority of what I said. But no, I really like Lost Highway, but I can see why people have problems with it. However, it does have great moments like the tailgate in scene, like the
that's like absolute wish fulfillment shit for a viewer in it.
Like the first when you introduce the mystery man.
But I mean, just the second one with the mystery man as well, where Robert Loggia's like, I've got someone who wants to speak to you. And I was just like, no, I don't want, no, I want no more of him, please.
Yeah, and it's the way it's lit and the way that his makeup's done. But then you get him again, where you get him being angry with Fred and then
Yeah.
just following him with the video camera.
I mean, it was amazing. Apparently, Robert Blake did his own makeup for it as well. He was just like, Lynch was like, do what you want to do. And then he just turned up with that white fucking paint all over his face.
Yeah. It's
like the fact that Lynch didn't come up with that and this person just went for it, you know. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think Lost Highway is one of those odd movies for me, in the sense that I watched it. It wasn't my introduction to Lynch. My introduction to Lynch was Twin Peaks, but I watched it when I was quite young. But I remember my first Lynch film I watched was Wild at Heart when I was maybe 10. But I remember this was the first Lynch film that I watched where I watched a Lynch film, and I was watching it because it was a David Lynch movie. And in the VHS era, it was like, because obviously when it came out, it was an 18, and it would come out, and I was like 15, but I was fucking itching to watch this movie.
Do you know what my first?
And so when it came out on video, I didn't even just rent it. I fucking just bought the fucker for $15.99, and then came home and that night watched it and was like, holy fuck. I think I actually watched it, stopped it, rewound it, and watched it again straight away at like 2 a.m. It was that like for me. But it is one that I can only watch every 5 or 6 years. But I still really like it. But it is a 4.5 out of 5 rather than a 5 out of 5, because I don't think it's perfect. But I think it's fascinating to watch.
Right, 2 things.
One,
in response to Mike's Twitter comment, sorry, Mike, but time differences.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Mike, come at us.
If you want to stay up really late or get up really early next week and come on and do a little mini review of it, you are quite welcome.
Or if you want to send us an audio clip.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. We'll play it.
Yeah, old school.
Yeah.
School. Exactly.
Other thing, Ian, what was your first David Lynch?
My first Lynch? Wow, that's a great question. I went to see Mulholland Drive in the Bristol Watershed when it came out. So that was like 2001.
2001, yeah.
Twin Peaks. Okay, so I first watched Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me when I was in sixth form, before I'd actually watched Twin Peaks. So a lot of it was confusing. So sixth form would have been around the same time as Mulholland Drive. Thinking now, Dune I first watched on a DVD that I got free with a paper, and that was when I was in uni. Fuck, this must be really boring. Hang on. I'm gonna say I think Blue Velvet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Blue Velvet, then like Wild at Heart, and then into like Twin Peaks and Mulholland Drive. Yeah. I've also never seen The Straight Story. I know you mentioned that earlier on. I feel like I probably do need to watch that. I mean, Richard Farnsworth got nominated for an Oscar for that as well. So, that should get watched one day. I wish I liked Lost Highway more. I vibed with it pretty hard for a good chunk, and then just dropped off. Never mind.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but it's still definitely not shit. Don't get me wrong, definitely not shit.
Yeah.
What I will say is, I think I'm just looking at it with Lynch. I think
you just go to the toilet there, Mark.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I heard the toilet flush. That was good.
Yeah. I could still hear everything you were saying because I had the doors open.
Oh no, sure. Yeah. Number 1 or 2.
I think I've seen every Lynch film at the cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to answer the question, seeing as neither of you are clearly going to ask me.
We were just waiting for you to answer, yeah. Go on, what?
My first Lynch movie was The Elephant Man.
Was that?
Yeah, at quite a young age as well, and it's quite a disturbing.
Yeah.
It is.
But I'd read a book about the Elephant Man and about his life and stuff like that, like a non-fiction kind of.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, there's a movie about it on like BBC Two. I'll watch that. Probably shouldn't have.
No, you probably shouldn't have.
Cried.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's good though. Elephant Man's really good.
I went to see Elephant Man and Eraserhead in a double bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who'd you go with?
On my own. In fact, when I went to see all of these movies at the cinema for various different things,
Yeah.
it was all of them were on my own.
Oh.
Yeah. You didn't come to see Mulholland Drive or Inland Empire with me.
No.
Oh, straight story.
No.
No.
Do you know? I think Lynch lends itself better to home viewing. To be honest.
Oh, I don't know. My Mulholland Drive, going to see that and then going out of the cinema and going, what? Was quite good. Oh, our audience poll.
What's yours? Because Ian's already said his.
My first Lynch. So what about that?
Dickhead, you'd rate him.
Oh, definitely not shit. Yeah,
Yeah, same.
definitely not shit. And our audience poll was definitely not shit 69%, touching cloth 19%, and shit.
God,
30%.
that's appropriate. Sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Appropriate that 69%
Yes.
for such a horny movie.
Questions. We have some. We have two, I believe. So first one is Andrew Jones. Says, if you ran your own film festival individually, what would your main prize be called, and what kind of film would win it each year?
So my grand prize would be the Call Me Tony. So when I was younger, I used to smoke a lot of weed in essentially a friend's shed. It's quite a large shed.
This was with the friend, wasn't it? You didn't just like go to like a friend's shed like when
No.
used to go to the black off.
I don't think it was a shed. It was more like a garage that had been kind of like fitted into just like seats everywhere and whatnot. And we used to sit around. There'd be like shitloads of people actually. Probably, God, that must have been really big actually. But yeah, it was quite a lot of us.
Was it like the barn in Rise of Justice?
That would do. Rise of Justice. Dawn of Justice. Riders of Justice. Yeah. Everybody goes to the barn. It's really interesting. We all need to see the barn. So yeah, no, and it was a friend of mine, and he had said, for some reason, we're all calling each other like kind of like made up names that we all wanted to be called because we were stoned. And he wanted to be called Tony. And and we were chatting, and I was like, isn't that right, Tony? And he just looked up at me and just went, call me Tony. And at that moment, I thought straight away of the MGM logo with the lion. Except instead of roaring, it just goes, call me Tony. So my awards would be the Call Me Tonys. What kind of film would win it? Probably the most stoned or like out of whack, but also kind of wants to be taken seriously film of the year. And I'm kind of trying to think of, I think like Midsommar or Hereditary would probably win it, where it's like
the Ari Aster Award.
Yeah. Where it's just like very high on its own supply, but no matter what it says, it wants to be taken seriously. So yeah, Midsommar would win the inaugural Call Me Tony.
Becky.
Mine would be the Fallout Award because it's currently the highest rating that I can give on the podcast, and I think it works. And it would just be given to the movie that brings me the most joy. So, like, obviously Fallout would win it, but like something like Greatest Showman would win the Fallout Award as well. Just the one that just makes me feel happiest inside. Because that's what Fallout is.
Mine would be called the Dumbasses.
Yeah, of course it would.
Of course it would. Yeah.
And it would be an award given to the film where the majority of the audience, as they're walking out, would go, "What kind of dumbass would like this?" And then I'd be walking out going, "I really like that."
That tracks.
Most of the shit movies that you watch.
Yeah, most of the movies that I watch so that nobody else has to, and I really like them.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. The type of movies that the actors that were in them even forget they were in them.
Fair.
Yeah.
Nice.
We have another question. From Rick Kidd at Richard Kidd. I watched Kate the other day. It's the latest of an increasing number of female-led action films. We've seen Theron, Chastain, Beckinsale, and others as the lead in these films. Who would you like to see next?
Nobody. They just need to stop it.
You need to pick somebody.
Until, I don't know, someone properly, like, actually good at that shit and fairly badass, like, I don't know, maybe a Zoe Bell. She could do one. She would actually do the fucking stunts herself and stuff. Until they can actually write a movie, a gender-neutral action movie, and then cast a female in the lead, I need them to just stop doing it. I need them to stop being nudge, nudge, wink, wink, look, it's the female John Wick, because it just doesn't work. Like, if they can make one that's just, right, this is an action movie, who shall we put in it?
I'm quite looking forward to I'm quite looking forward to the 355 for that, because I'm hoping it won't just be, look at all these women, like, look at all the women we got together here, look at all these big stars. You know, I mean, my answer would be Rebecca Ferguson. I want her to lead an action franchise which isn't like fucking centered around the fact that she's a woman, but just the fact that she fucking kicks ass.
Mm.
But I'm hoping for the 355, but we'll see. Jessica Chastain makes interesting choices, and I'm a little bit worried that it's a choice that will be more for the look at what I'm doing, which I'm ever so sorry, but I get that whiff with Jessica Chastain quite a lot recently, rather than anything else. But yeah.
Yeah, Rebecca Ferguson's a good shout, to be fair, because she's shown her chops in, like, the Mission Impossible movies. Like, that could work. But I just need it to stop being blah 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 blah, but with a woman. You know, in some scenarios that works, but with stuff like Oceans that does work, that would work with a male cast as well. Like, it could be the same film, but with a male cast. It's not pandering.
But the interesting thing about Rebecca Ferguson is she's literally saved Tom Cruise's life in those films more than he saved her. She's very much.
I thought you were going to tell me some juicy story about a stunt that went wrong and she saved him then.
I mean, probably.
I don't want her being second fiddle. Like, she's second fiddle an awful lot, and she is actually better than that. You know, I mean, like, even with, like, the girl on the train.
That was
You know, second fiddle to Emily Blunt, the Mission Impossible films, second fiddle to Tom Cruise, Reminiscence, second fiddle to Hugh Jackman.
I would say she's third fiddle in the girl on the train thing.
Dr. Sleep, though, she's second fiddle to no one. Rose the Hat owns that fucking movie.
But then it works.
Yeah.
But I mean, but technically, who is the lead of that film? Ewan McGregor?
Nah, Rose the Hat.
No, I mean, to be fair, Dr. Sleep is 100% going to be getting a rewatch in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Shit, maybe I should watch Midnight Mass. Oh, fuck you, Becky.
What I've said to Becky is I've agreed to watch the first 2 episodes with her.
I'm so excited.
And I've said, and if I'm not, if it's just not my thing, or if I'm just not what is it, I will go upstairs and watch Jury Duty with Pauly Shaw.
I'll make you a deal. If you watch the first 2 episodes and you're happy to watch more,
I'm going to tell you.
We will switch it off and then we will watch it at a reasonable pace. If you watch the first 2 episodes and you're like, nah, I'm out, I will send you to bed and I will watch the rest.
Is it a Stephen King?
No, it's not. No. So Midnight Mass is something that Flanagan's been trying to get made for years. In Hush, which character is it in Hush? One of the characters is walking around with a Midnight Mass book. In, I think it's Bly Manor, same thing. He has been banging on about this and trying to get it made for years.
Yeah.
And it's finally fucking happened, and he's got a really solid cast, and the cast is made up of his like regular collaborators.
Yeah.
So like it's people he's worked with and knows he can get the best out of. And the reviews that are coming out about it are just absolutely like pouring praise all over it. Stephen King tweeted the other day saying it was fucking great. So that's enough for me. But all of like, there's just been, because obviously there's been some advanced screenings for like people that are going to get the word out and review it, but there's been an embargo obviously on any proper information. But then they did an RSVP event.
Yeah, where you fit, what is it? Yeah.
Yeah, and you got to watch the first 2 episodes a day early.
I just missed it.
Did you?
Yeah, I tried to get it for you, but I just missed it.
And like the stuff that's coming out of that, it's like, but the online, like the Twitter marketing from Flanagan and from the Midnight Mass account and from the cast has just been so like spot on for getting people excited about it. Like they've basically provided people that had the RSVP event with like a tile to share saying I took the vow of silence to say like no spoilers, but it's fucking great. And it's just all over the place. I mean, obviously I follow the right people to see it all over the place.
Yeah.
You live in your bubble, don't you, on Twitter? But I could not be more excited for this fucking thing. I'm so
all right.
excited.
All right, fair enough. I may well try it.
Okay. I'd love it. Do you know what? I'd love it if you both did and liked it, because then I can talk to you about it on the podcast. If you don't watch it, obviously I can't. But if you hate it, it's fine.
Let's just remember, I'm watching 2 Hellraiser films a week.
Yeah.
So
I don't think this will be that though.
No. I'm just saying, you're already winning.
True.
Yeah.
You it's right up your street. There'll be some good Catholic guilt going on in this.
Tight.
You like that shit?
I do.
Catholic guilt is tight.
As a cinematic trope, I think he means.
No, sorry, it's I don't, that might be Noel will hopefully laugh at that. Sorry, moving on. Just a screen rant pitch meetings on YouTube. They're very, very funny. Anyway, moving on. So
You want my answer?
no,
Go on, yeah,
move on. Sorry, Mark.
That's an obvious one.
Is it Sharon Stone?
No, she's in like
Rosamund Pike.
it's Rosamund Pike. But I don't want to I don't want to fucking kick an ass for bad guys. No, I want her to go on like a mission and she's just fucking killing like single mums or something like that. Just a real fucking dickhead fucking thing to do.
I thought you were going to say, were you at Fright Fest that year that film Red, White and Blue played?
Yes.
I thought you were going to say you wanted her to be doing that.
Yeah, no, just fucking going around, just fucking killing like fucking single mums like in front of the kid.
Right.
just real
hell,
fucking shitty fucking stuff.
Wow.
What?
You're just not nice.
Well, I don't think I want Rosamund Pike to literally do that in real life. It'll be a movie.
No, not unless it's in front of you.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I deserve that comment.
Oh my god. Right, coming up next week. Oh god, I can't think straight now. Jesus Christ. Oh, we've got David Lowery's The Green Knight.
We do.
Yay.
How exciting is that? Only cinema, I think in Wales showing it is the Everyman in Cardiff Bay, and they're charging £13.60 a ticket. So I'm not seeing the Green Man on the Green Knight on the big screen, unfortunately. Have you guys got like anywhere showing it?
Everyman. But it's a bit of a twat for us to park and get there, isn't it?
Kind of brutal. It's on Amazon Prime. I'm hoping it's 4K.
Will be.
Yeah, you'd like to think so, but it's fucking Entertainment that's still distributing it, so who knows?
It might be in 480.
Yeah, exactly.
Pan and scan from a VHS that David Lowery didn't even make.
Oh, don't, because you're right. Okay. So yeah,
You start watching it on Amazon, it just says, "Sorry, this title is still arriving." Just Hermes have just fucking lobbed it over the fucking gate.
nice. So yeah, okay. We'll also be covering something else that's just completely dropped out of my head. Fuck me, that's not good. Got the Green Knight.
Many Saints of Newark.
Many Saints of Newark, thank you. The film that I'm actually going to the cinema for.
Yep. The three of us that have collectively, I think, between us, watched an episode of The Sopranos.
Yeah, I think I've watched a few episodes
yeah.
in season 3 because just smoked weed and watched it.
So yeah, that could be quite interesting. But apparently you don't need to have watched The Sopranos to appreciate it. It's just you'll get a lot more appreciation out of it if you have watched The Sopranos.
Yeah, like a decent gangster pick seems to be the thing that's coming out of it, and that's absolutely fine. So yeah, we'll be covering The Many Saints in Newark as well, and also the next Patron's Choice, The Red Shoes. So it's a nice varied lineup, isn't it? Wow, wait.
But that's Patreon only $2 a month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Only the patrons get to hear that fucking joy. Oh God. You see, you brought me down again now.
You'll love it.
No, I won't.
Have some alcohol and just drink the pain away. That's what Pinhead would tell you to do.
What? He'll tell me to do what?
Drink the pain away.
Drink the pain away. Well, what does he sound like?
You have to wait and see.
Great.
Hello, drink the pain away.
I don't think Pinhead would quite as menacing if he sounded like that.
Your soul is mine.
Oh, is that a thing that he says?
I think he does say that, yeah.
Cool.
Your soul is mine.
Right,
No,
bye.
You've mentioned a more terrifying now.
Oh God, I just I don't want that puzzle box. I don't want that puzzle box.
You.
No, I don't.
You're gonna open it and your skin's gonna get pulled off. It's gonna be amazing.
Didn't we literally have one of those puzzle boxes once?
Oh God, of course you did. No, oh God, Becky's just sent me a GIF. What's the GIF? It's a fucking Hellraiser GIF.
That's Pinhead's advice to you.
No. What's that say?
No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
God, that's a very low resolution image.
Yeah, I don't know why it's gone like that.
I thought it said no Teams, please. I thought it was like some sort of meme about Microsoft Teams.
No one likes Teams.
Right. I'm going to need you to not send me these.
I'm going to send you one a day.
No, oh, fuck's sake. Who the fuck's this guy? Is he like replacement actor Pinhead?
I don't know. This one's good.
What, you sending more gifts?
I am forever.
It's going to haunt your dreams, Ian.
I know. I mean, to be honest, I'm just that second guy. It's like, is he just a different? Did they recast Pinhead?
No, I don't think they did. No, I think it's. I'm not
Maybe
sure on
he's
that.
just, had a good day on the pastries.
Yeah. Oh, great. All right, brilliant. Let's leave it there. Thank you ever so much for listening, folks. And I'm sorry that I've been low energy in the start and the end of this. It's just I don't really want to watch Hellraiser films. I've decided, and I'm gonna have to now.
I'll hold you to it.
Yeah. It's just I mean, there's 10 of them. Aren't the later ones just gonna be shit?
Yep.
All right. God, she's just done another one. Oh, for fuck's sake. What's going on now? Meet the team. Oh, God, who are these guys? Okay, the one on the right I can get on board with. Is he the one who eats the kid?
Yeah.
Right, okay. What's the one on the left's deal?
She's got no eyes and shit. Or lips.
Yeah, he's got no lips.
Been ripped off in
They've been
some
ripped
kind
off.
of sex play.
Yeah, they do actually get ripped off in some kind of sex play.
Yeah,
I
they do,
think. Yeah.
Okay, all right. To be
You're gonna
honest,
have a whale of a time.
these seem like people I can get on board with. I don't know.
I'm excited.
Maybe it's going to be all right.
It's gonna be good. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. I'm going to keep telling myself that. Right. Thank you ever so much, Mark.
Thank you very much, Ian.
Fuck you, Becky.
Wow, you suggested it.
I didn't suggest it as a Patreon.
I mean, you suggested it as a marathon.
I suggested it as some films I'm going to try and watch. Not
But now
ones.
that's where you have to.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
fucking brilliant.
It's great.
Yeah, great.
You are
Right.
welcome.
Ian's gonna watch these like one of my he's making dinner and it'll be on his phone with his phone
In his pocket.
phone not even facing him, just at the side, and be like, "Yeah, I watched it. What do you think? Yeah, it was all right.
It was really tasty.
It's all right, yeah.
What?
What?
The spaghetti. I mean, in the film.
Yeah.
Tasty.
The thing is, unfortunately, I respect actually doing the work for the podcast too much to do that because I wish I could.
I reckon though, he'll have it on, but he'll be like angrily slamming shit around because he'll be so pissed off that he's watching it. Be like, right, I'll have a fucking beer then, and then slam it on the table.
No, I think I'm just going to be depressed.
You are?
I think I'm just going to be depressed.
No, you'll love it. You can't be depressed watching a Hellraiser movie.
What I will say is, as they get more throughout them, they just become more just fun and just silly.
Yeah.
They're very silly from about number 4.
Yeah, the first ones aren't.
No, the first couple are, but they do get very silly.
They do. Some
Okay.
aren't. Some of the later ones aren't.
No, Inferno's like a police procedural.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get down with that. That's the Derrickson one.
That's the Derrickson one. It's like a police procedural one, and it's quite interesting as Inferno. It's I'm not going to go as far as to again say it's good, but I do remember it being interesting. And then
All right.
High praise.
All right, we'll see. I'm going to go and justify to my wife why she might see me watching these fucking things over the next month.
Get to watch them here. She'll love
No,
it.
fuck off. Right, thank you. I already said the thank you and the fuck you. So thank you very much for listening, folks. Take care, and we'll speak to you next week. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
This podcast is part of the Pod Syndicate family. For more criminally compelling shows, articles, and conversations, head to wearepodsyndicate.com.